Welcome to the Marketing Revolution Podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution Podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group. I'm coming to you guys today with a savage Sunday sermon. And this is one that I'm actually live right now inside of the Facebook group. Because number one, I wanted to kill two birds with one stone. I wanted to talk about this live. I wanted to also drop a video in here right now. We actually just got done with a Q&A session inside of the Inner Circle, but I am in the Marketing Savage Facebook group live. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how this works with everything that we've been teaching, everything that we've been doing. Simply love your neighbor as you love yourself. That is a solid, probably one of the more important biblical principles that has ever been taught, that has ever been told. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit about that, because a lot of times we think in life that it is good to sacrifice our happiness or our well-being for that of others. Now, I personally know that my wife felt that way. It's what they call mom guilt, meaning that she felt that if she wasn't putting everybody else's happiness ahead of hers, that she would begin to feel guilty because of that. She would begin to feel as if she was doing something wrong. And we've had a lot of conversations about this, and a lot of women face this. A lot of women face this thing of mom guilt. And this is simply just, it's not true. It's the furthest from the truth. I understand where it comes from. Like, we feel that we've got to be giving the world everything while we neglect us, meaning we neglect our happiness. But here's an example. When a plane is going down, right? Or when you're in a plane and they're talking about the safety procedures, they always tell you to put your mask on you first before you can help other people. The reason why they do that is because if you are not breathing, if you are not alive to help other people, to help your children, like literally, if a plane starts to plummet, they want you to put a mask over your face, not the mask that we're talking about, but the oxygen mask over your face first before you deploy the ones and put them on your children. Because if something happens to you, you cannot help the other people that may need the help. It's the exact same thing in life. If you do not love yourself at the highest level possible, the highest level that you can be at as a human being, then you can only give the amount of love that you give yourself, okay? You can only deliver the amount of love that you give yourself. This is why it's so important when we talk about these success principles, when we talk about living a life of happiness, when we talk about moving towards your dreams, okay? Because if you're not moving towards your dreams, if you're not doing things in this life that is just simply just right, then you're actually depriving the people around you from seeing and feeling and being a part of that. I know myself as a child, I remember I was so happy to see my dad being successful when he was. When he had success, I was so happy to see that. I learned from that. When he was out doing his thing, when he was building the business, building the car dealership, the little car dealership, when he had wonderful months, I just remember being filled with joy as a child. And I learned more from them moments than anything. I learned more from them moments than anything, right? I felt the spirit of abundance. And when God specifically in the Bible tells you to love your neighbor as you love yourself, is he telling you to like, because most people, I would go as far to say don't really love themselves. Most people are living quite the conflicted life. Most people are really not on a journey of self improvement. Most people hate their jobs. Most people just survive day to day. I would go as far to say that most people in this world live a pretty fucking miserable existence. I mean, there's the upper percent of us that are always on pursuit of being a better person. We're always on pursuit of living our life at the highest level, right? We're always on this pursuit. We're always on this move. We're always trying to take our happiness. We're always trying to take the things that we can give the people that we love. We're always trying to take all of this to that next level. But I would go as far to say that most people are not chasing their dream in that way. Most people either got stuck or they decided to settle in life. And because of that, they live a very unhappy existence. So essentially, what God was telling us is to start loving ourselves because we can only give the amount of love to our neighbor, and he just meant the people around us, that we give to ourselves. So, right then, specifically biblically, he was commanding us to be in pursuit of our dreams, to be in pursuit of the best version of ourselves, to be in pursuit of our happiness. Because trust me, God wants us to love our neighbor. God wants us to love our neighbor at the highest level possible. But he knew that we can only give the amount of love that we give to ourselves. I truly believe that in families and situations. Um, we teach our children as well. If we don't spend that amount of time, that good self-talk, we get rid of that stinking thinking, what Zig Ziglar used to call that. He used to call that stinking thinking. We live, if we get to the point where we're living in this miserable existence, it's seen by everybody around us. Now, it might not be seen with the words that come out of our mouth, but it's seen by tiny little micro actions, tiny little things that people see out of the corner of their eyes, feelings that people feel from others. It's seen and it's felt. And I truly believe that it's our moral responsibility to become the absolute best versions of ourselves and to love ourselves at the highest level possible, simply because this gives us the ability to give that exact same love to other people. So, anyhow, y'all, that is it for today's Savage Sunday sermon. I just wanted to get in here and drop a little line for you guys and do a little bit of a Facebook Live as well. Just a reminder, this week's interview is going to be live on Tuesday inside of the Marketing Savage group with none other than Tom Ziegler. Um, he's not going to be the next, if you guys are podcast listeners, it's going to be a couple weeks before you hear him on the podcast, but he is going to be live inside of our Facebook group on Tuesday. And that is the son of Zig Ziglar. That's going to be 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys have not got in on the Facebook group, it's going to be a wonderful time to do that. And we're also going to be announcing tomorrow the very first guest marketer that's going to be helping me teach the Inner Circle this next week. So all of you Inner Circle members who got involved and got in on it, you guys are going to be hearing about, I'm really going to be working on the funnel this coming up week. And you guys are going to be hearing about, our new offer that we have now for yearly or monthly to get inside of the Inner Circle. I decided that I'm going to do something to the nature. We're going to do like a yearly for $1,000 and we're going to do a monthly for a $97 per month. So it's going to be a low barrier to entry. And but we're going to be moving towards that within the next 2 weeks. And I'm also going to have webinars just talking about why it's so important to be inside of that group and why being part of that group could absolutely change your life. And but it's going to be incredible. It's going to be a good thing. We got Tom Ziegler coming up this Tuesday. So if you're not a member of the Marketing Savage Facebook group, get on it. Next thing, we do have Winter Wednesday coming up this Wednesday. And man, if you guys have not dropped a podcast review on iTunes, get in there and drop it. I think we got over last week, we got over 14, 15 reviews over the last week. So people are jumping all over it. It's happening. It's going down. We give away something every week. And to top it off, man, you guys listen to my podcast, man. This is the one thing, one of the big things that you can do for me. For all the value and the things that I bring to you. So that's how I'm going to end this podcast. And if you have not written a review yet on iTunes, as soon as you get done listening to this, pull out your phone, go to iTunes, write a review. You'll get entered into all of my future contests. And it's going to go on forever, man. I'm going to keep doing these Winter Wednesdays, as far as I know, indefinitely. So we're going to continue to do this. So your chances of winning is big, especially if you get in early. But like I said, we're literally getting 15, 16, whatever reviews per week. And I anticipate we continue that growth. Okay. So anyhow, y'all, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming along on this day, on today's Savage Sunday sermon. And to be honest with you, I don't care whether you're religious, what you believe in, any of that. To love yourself is just a good fucking idea. Okay. Get involved and start loving yourself today. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.